It's Mike from MJF Invest. Today I'm going to do a video about CRISPR. CRISPR, ticker symbol CRSP. CRISPR is a powerful tool for editing genomes. It allows researchers to easily alter DNA sequences and modify gene function. Its many potential applications include correcting genetic defects, treating and preventing the spread of diseases, and improving crops. However, its promise also raises ethical concerns, and we'll get into that later on in the video. In popular usage, CRISPR is shortened for CRISPR-Cas9. CRISPRs are specialized stretches of DNA. The protein Cas9 is an enzyme that acts like a pair of molecular scissors capable of cutting strands of DNA. But before I go any further, CRISPR is an acronym. It stands for Cluttered Regularly Interspaced Short Palindromic Repeats, which is a mouthful, and now we can see exactly why they use the acronym CRISPR. But before I go any further, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel for future content. Let's talk stocks in the comment section. I'm going to do the best I can to interpret this and relay it in the simplest form. Go easy on me in the comment section if I say something wrong or, and remember, I'm not a financial advisor, so you should be doing all your own research. Sum this up in a step-by-step as easily as possible and as simplified as possible. The way CRISPR works is scientists create a genetic sequence called a guide RNA. That matches the piece of DNA they want to modify. The sequence is added to a cell along with a protein called Cas9, which acts like a pair of scissors that cut the DNA. The guide RNA then hones in on the target DNA sequence, and Cas9 cuts it out. Once their job is complete, the RNA and Cas9 leave the scene. Now another piece of DNA is swapped into the place of the old DNA, and the enzymes repair the cuts. The CRISPR revolution is a very specific, efficient, and versatile tool for gene editing. At first it disrupts, then it could possibly delete or correct by inserting, the CRISPR edited gene. It's a significant worldwide burden with 300,000 annual births with sickle cell disease and another 60,000 with thalassemia. Naturally occurring genetic variants cause a condition known as hereditary persistence of fetal hemoglobin, which leads to reduced or no symptoms in patients with sickle cell. Their gene editing strategy aims to mimic these variants in symptomatic patients, an approach supported by well-understood genetics. CRISPR also claims that their technology opens broader applications for regenerative medicine, looking to develop a beta cell replacement product to treat diabetes that does not require immunosuppression. Its overall safety is consistent with myeloablative conditioning and autologous transplants. CRISPR can be used for many conditions like high cholesterol, HIV, Huntington's disease. Researchers have also used CRISPR to cure muscular dystrophy in mice, and it'll most likely be the first disease that CRISPR helps cure will be caused by something that has one flaw in a single gene, like sickle cell. And how powerful could CRISPR be in the future? As you look here, gene therapy CRISPR strategies for curing blindness. Necessarily a definitive cure or a definitive antidote to blindness, but just to give you an idea of the potential of the things that they're attempting to do with this. I mean, it's just literally mind-blowing. I think we're desensitized to certain words like revolutionary or mind-blowing. This is insane, to me. I'm just going to pull up a couple of things that they're using CRISPR for. Turning pigs into organ donors. For decades, scientists have considered the controversial idea that animals could provide a ready supply of organs to help ease the organ transplant shortage. More than 114,000 people are currently waiting to receive a transplant in the United States alone. Number two, making a new and improved fruit. You're probably not familiar with ground cherry. Changing flowers from violet to white. Japanese scientists are using CRISPR to change the flower color of traditional garden plants. CRISPR is creating new treatments for cancer and blood disorders. Injecting CRISPR directly into the human body is risky at the moment, But investigators are using CRISPR to edit human cells outside of the body and then infusing them back into the patients. The approach is being used in early clinical trials in the United States, Europe, and China. Eliminating mosquitoes. Mosquito-borne diseases, especially malaria, are a deadly scourge. Globally, malaria kills more than 400,000 people every year. To cut down the spread, some scientists propose using a controversial technology called a gene drive. A gene drive is a genetic engineering tool designed to spread certain genes throughout a species. So as you see, there's CRISPR is being used for several different things. It could be used like for a food source and curing, possible cure for cancer, a possible cure for HIV. I mean, people are experimenting with blindness. I mean, it's endless possibilities and can really change the way medicine and even the way food is grown. So it definitely should be on somebody's radar. I don't know if you should buy it. It's going about $110 per share, so it's already a pretty expensive. And the fact that they're only in, a lot of this is trials, so this is a speculative play. It's not a sure thing. There's a lot of risk associated. There's no guarantees that these things will be approved. So it's definitely speculation. An investment in CRISPR is an investment in its potential and the possibilities. And as you see, the possibilities are endless. And again, just a brief summary. CRISPR, could, cancer, blood disorders, blindness, AIDS, cystic fibrosis, muscular dystrophy, Huntington's disease, and sickle cell things. A lot of potential here. Again, if you want to see more about CRISPR, subscribe to the channel. I'm just peeling one layer back on the onion. There is lots to talk about with this company. Pretty much I just wanted to make it an introductory. This is a company that ARK has invested in. And if you've been following my videos, you know how much I really admire Kathy Wood and her, her idea to invest in innovation. So, I'm kind of, also on that page. I don't just invest in what she invests in, but I want to invest in similar things, innovation, and how I see the world in the future, how I see the world 5-10 years down the road. And CRISPR, I mean, like I've touched on a few times, really fits that criteria. There are also ethical concerns. You should also consider that. Not everybody is totally thrilled about playing with genes. Again, and that's exactly what we're doing. They're deactivating genes. A lot of people see that as playing God and are not behind that. I don't have a stance one way or the other. I'm just bringing it to you in a way, just talking about a company. I'm not taking a stance one way or the other if it's morally correct or ethically wrong. That's not for me to decide. But I just wanted to, like I said, introduce this company to you if you're not familiar with it. If you are, let me know if you're invested in it. Let's talk stocks in the comment section. Please subscribe to the channel for future content, because again, I'm looking for innovation. I'm looking for companies that I feel like can possibly change the world, and that's the kind of content that I'm going to create and put out there. And please don't forget to hit that like button. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.